Welcome, my friends. Today I want to talk about something that may seem simple but holds incredible power: consistency. It's not flashy, and it doesn't grab attention like grand ideas or bold declarations, but it is the quiet force that determines whether dreams remain dreams or turn into reality. We've all been there, setting goals with excitement and determination, only to find ourselves faltering after a few days, weeks, or months. Why does this happen? Why do we struggle to stick with the very things we know will lead us to success? Let's dive into this together and uncover what's holding us back, and more importantly, how we can build the kind of consistency that transforms our lives. Fear of failure is a pervasive and often paralyzing obstacle that holds many people back from reaching their true potential. It manifests as an intense worry about making mistakes, being judged, or falling short of expectations. This fear can prevent individuals from taking the very actions that are necessary for personal and professional growth. At its core, fear of failure stems from the belief that making a mistake or experiencing failure is a reflection of one's worth or abilities. This mindset often leads to avoidance behaviors, where people sidestep challenges or opportunities to shield themselves from the possibility of failure. When fear of failure takes hold, it can create a vicious cycle of inaction. The anxiety surrounding potential mistakes becomes so overwhelming that people choose to remain in their comfort zones, where risks are minimal. However, staying in this comfort zone often means stagnation. Growth requires stepping into the unknown and facing challenges head-on. Fear of failure prevents this by convincing individuals that the pain of failure outweighs the rewards of success. This hesitation can lead to missed opportunities, unfulfilled dreams, and a growing sense of dissatisfaction. The roots of fear of failure are often planted in childhood. Negative experiences, criticism, or unrealistic expectations from parents, teachers, or peers can create a deep-seated fear of making mistakes. Over time, these early experiences can evolve into a perfectionist mindset, where anything less than success feels unacceptable. This perfectionism further fuels the fear of failure by setting an impossibly high standard that becomes increasingly difficult to meet. As a result, individuals may procrastinate or abandon their goals altogether, fearing that their efforts will never be good enough. The impact of fear of failure extends beyond the individual. It can hinder collaboration, creativity, and innovation. In workplaces or team environments, people who fear failure may be reluctant to share ideas or take on new responsibilities. This stifles progress and creates a culture of mediocrity, where the status quo is maintained at the expense of growth and improvement. Fear of failure also affects decision-making, often leading to overthinking or analysis paralysis. The fear of making the wrong choice can be so strong that it prevents any choice from being made, further perpetuating a cycle of inaction. To overcome the fear of failure, it is essential to reframe the concept of failure itself. Failure is not an endpoint, but a stepping stone on the path to success. Every failure carries valuable lessons that can help refine strategies, improve skills, and build resilience. By shifting the focus from the outcome to the process, individuals can begin to see failure as a natural and necessary part of growth. Embracing failure as an opportunity for learning rather than a source of shame allows individuals to take risks with greater confidence. Another effective way to combat fear of failure is to break goals into smaller, manageable steps. This reduces the pressure of achieving perfection and allows for incremental progress. Celebrating small wins along the way reinforces a sense of accomplishment and builds momentum. Visualization techniques can also help by mentally rehearsing success and building a positive association with taking action. When people visualize themselves overcoming challenges, they develop the confidence to tackle real-life obstacles. Surrounding oneself with supportive and encouraging individuals is crucial in managing fear of failure. A positive support system provides reassurance, motivation, and perspective. Feedback from trusted mentors or peers can help individuals view their perceived failures objectively and learn from them without self-criticism. Practicing self-compassion is equally important. Treating oneself with kindness and understanding during setbacks fosters resilience and a healthier mindset toward failure. By recognizing the limiting beliefs that underlie fear of failure, individuals can challenge and replace them with empowering thoughts. Affirmations and positive self-talk can counteract the negativity that fuels fear. Taking small, deliberate actions toward goals helps build confidence and demonstrates that failure is rarely as catastrophic as it may seem. Fear of failure diminishes with each step taken outside the comfort zone, paving the way for growth and success. Lack of focus is one of the most significant barriers to achieving success. It often arises from a combination of internal distractions, external influences, and a failure to prioritize effectively. Without focus, efforts become scattered and unproductive, making it challenging to make meaningful progress toward goals. People who struggle with focus often find themselves jumping from one task to another, unable to concentrate deeply or sustain attention long enough to complete their objectives. This lack of direction not only wastes time but also creates frustration and a sense of being overwhelmed. One of the primary reasons for a lack of focus is the sheer volume of distractions in the modern world. Digital devices, social media, constant notifications, and an endless stream of information compete for attention every moment. While these technologies can be beneficial, they also fragment attention and make it difficult to concentrate on a single task. Every time attention shifts from one thing to another, it takes time and mental energy to refocus. This process, known as context switching, reduces productivity and impairs the ability to engage deeply with any one task. Another contributing factor to a lack of focus is unclear priorities. When goals and objectives are not clearly defined, it becomes difficult to determine where to direct time and energy. People may feel pulled in multiple directions, trying to juggle too many responsibilities at once. This multitasking mindset, while seemingly efficient, actually dilutes effort and reduces the quality of work. Instead of making significant progress in one area, individuals end up making minimal progress in several, leaving them feeling unfulfilled and unproductive. Mental clutter also plays a significant role in diminishing focus. Worries, stress, and overthinking can occupy mental space, leaving little room for clear and directed thought. When the mind is preoccupied with unresolved issues or negative emotions, it becomes challenging to stay present and concentrate on the task at hand. Over time, this mental fog can erode confidence and create a sense of inertia, where even simple tasks feel insurmountable. Procrastination is another behavior closely tied to a lack of focus. When tasks feel overwhelming or unclear, individuals often put them off, seeking temporary relief in distractions or less important activities. This avoidance only exacerbates the problem, as tasks pile up and deadlines loom, creating a cycle of stress and diminished productivity. Procrastination, fueled by a lack of focus, leads to missed opportunities and the inability to achieve long-term goals. The absence of a structured routine can further compound focus issues. Without a clear plan or schedule, it is easy to drift through the day without accomplishing meaningful work. Structure provides a framework for organizing time and energy, ensuring that priorities are addressed and distractions are minimized. Without this framework, people are more likely to succumb to impulsive decisions and distractions, leading to a scattered and unproductive day. Energy levels and poor physical health can also undermine focus. Fatigue, poor nutrition, and lack of exercise can reduce mental clarity and impair cognitive function. When the body is not well nourished or rested, it becomes difficult to maintain sustained attention and resist distractions. Similarly, a lack of mindfulness or presence can contribute to scattered thinking. When individuals are not fully engaged in the present moment, their thoughts tend to wander, pulling them away from their tasks and objectives. To overcome a lack of focus, it is essential to address its root causes. Identifying and eliminating distractions is a crucial first step. This might involve turning off notifications, setting boundaries for screen time, or creating a dedicated workspace free from interruptions. Establishing clear goals and priorities helps direct attention toward what truly matters, providing a sense of direction and purpose. Breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps can reduce overwhelm and make it easier to concentrate on one thing at a time. Developing mindfulness through practices like meditation or deep breathing can train the mind to stay present and resist the urge to wander. Incorporating regular breaks into a routine can also improve focus by preventing burnout and maintaining energy levels. Engaging in physical activity, maintaining a balanced diet, and getting adequate sleep are all critical for supporting mental clarity and sustained attention. Lastly, practicing self-discipline and consistency can help build the habits needed to stay focused and productive. Self-doubt is a pervasive and often crippling mindset that undermines confidence and prevents individuals from pursuing their full potential. It manifests as an inner voice questioning one's abilities, worthiness, and capacity to succeed. This constant second-guessing creates a cycle of hesitation and insecurity that affects decision-making, performance, and overall self-esteem. At its core, self-doubt is rooted in fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of not meeting expectations. When left unchecked, it becomes a significant barrier to personal and professional growth, holding individuals back from opportunities that could lead to success. One of the primary causes of self-doubt is negative past experiences. Moments of failure, criticism, or rejection can leave lasting emotional scars, making individuals question their abilities in similar situations. These experiences often become internalized as evidence of inadequacy, even when they are isolated incidents. Over time, the brain starts to associate challenges with potential failure, triggering feelings of doubt whenever new opportunities arise. This self-limiting belief system reinforces itself, creating a cycle where individuals avoid taking risks for fear of repeating past mistakes. Another factor contributing to self-doubt is comparison with others. In today's hyper-connected world, it is easy to fall into the trap of measuring one's progress or achievements against those of peers, colleagues, or even strangers. Social media, in particular, amplifies this tendency by showcasing curated versions of success that rarely reflect the struggles behind the scenes. Constant comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy, as individuals focus on what they perceive as their shortcomings rather than recognizing their unique strengths and accomplishments. This external validation-seeking mindset further erodes self-confidence, making it difficult to trust one's abilities. Perfectionism is another significant driver of self-doubt. The pursuit of perfection sets an unattainably high standard, making even minor mistakes or imperfections feel like major failures. Perfectionists often struggle to acknowledge their achievements, instead fixating on what could have been done better. This relentless self-criticism creates a fear of taking action, as the risk of falling short feels too great. The need to meet these unrealistic expectations becomes a constant source of pressure, feeding into the cycle of doubt and inaction. Self-doubt also thrives in the absence of self-awareness. When individuals lack a clear understanding of their strengths, values, and goals, they are more likely to be swayed by external opinions and circumstances. This lack of internal grounding makes it difficult to trust oneself, as decisions and actions are driven by fear rather than confidence. Over time, this erodes self-trust and creates a reliance on others for validation and approval. This external dependency further diminishes the ability to believe in one's own judgment and capabilities. The impact of self-doubt extends far beyond the individual, affecting relationships, work performance, and overall well-being. In professional settings, self-doubt can lead to hesitation in taking on new responsibilities or sharing ideas, which can hinder career advancement and stifle innovation. In personal relationships, it can manifest as insecurity or overdependence, creating imbalances and potential conflicts. Additionally, the constant mental battle with self-doubt can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression, further compounding its effects on daily life. To address self-doubt, it is essential to challenge the underlying beliefs and replace them with empowering narratives. Recognizing the origins of self-doubt, whether from past experiences, comparisons, or perfectionism, allows individuals to address these issues head-on. Building self-awareness is a crucial step in this process. Reflecting on one's strengths, values, and achievements provides a solid foundation for cultivating self-confidence. When individuals are clear about their unique qualities and contributions, they are better equipped to trust their decisions and abilities. Taking small, consistent actions to build confidence is another effective strategy for overcoming self-doubt. Setting achievable goals and celebrating progress reinforces a sense of accomplishment and counteracts feelings of inadequacy. Reframing mistakes as opportunities for learning rather than as failures helps shift the focus from what went wrong to what can be improved. Surrounding oneself with supportive and positive individuals also plays a critical role in combating self-doubt. Encouragement and constructive feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues provide reassurance and perspective, helping individuals see their potential more clearly. Practicing self-compassion is equally important. Treating oneself with kindness and understanding during moments of doubt fosters resilience and reduces the harshness of self-criticism. Developing a growth mindset, one that embraces challenges and views effort as a path to improvement, further empowers individuals to face their doubts with courage. By gradually replacing self-doubt with self-trust, individuals can break free from the limitations it imposes and move forward with greater confidence and clarity. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks despite knowing their importance or urgency. It is a behavior that affects people across all walks of life, often leading to stress, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled potential. At its core, procrastination is not simply a matter of poor time management, but a complex psychological response influenced by fear, self-doubt, and a lack of motivation. People who procrastinate often find themselves trapped in a cycle of avoidance, where the temporary relief from delaying tasks is overshadowed by the long-term consequences of inaction. One of the primary reasons for procrastination is the overwhelming nature of certain tasks. When a task feels too large or complex, it can create a sense of paralysis. The mind struggles to determine where to start, leading to avoidance as a coping mechanism. Instead of breaking the task into smaller, manageable steps, individuals often put it off, convincing themselves they will tackle it later when they feel more prepared. However, this delay only compounds the problem, as the task remains incomplete, while the looming deadline adds pressure and anxiety. Fear of failure is another significant driver of procrastination. For many, the prospect of not meeting expectations or delivering less than perfect results creates intense anxiety. This fear can be so overwhelming that individuals choose to avoid the task altogether rather than face the possibility of falling short. This avoidance provides temporary relief but reinforces the belief that the task is insurmountable, perpetuating the procrastination cycle. Over time, this pattern can erode self-confidence and create a negative association with challenging tasks. Perfectionism also plays a key role in procrastination. People who hold themselves to impossibly high standards often delay starting tasks because they fear they won't be able to complete them perfectly. The desire for flawless execution creates pressure that can feel paralyzing. As a result, individuals may spend excessive time planning or overthinking rather than taking actionable steps. This perfectionist mindset prevents progress and fosters a sense of inadequacy, further fueling procrastination. Distractions in the modern world significantly contribute to procrastination. The constant presence of digital devices, social media, and entertainment provides endless opportunities to divert attention from important tasks. These distractions are often more immediately gratifying than the effort required to complete a challenging task. This preference for short-term pleasure over long-term rewards is a hallmark of procrastination, as individuals prioritize activities that provide instant gratification over those that require sustained effort. Another factor is the lack of clarity or direction. When tasks are vague or the end goal is not well defined, it becomes difficult to stay motivated and focused. Unclear priorities lead to confusion and hesitation, making procrastination an easy escape. Without a clear understanding of what needs to be done and why individuals are more likely to put off taking action, this lack of clarity can stem from poor planning, insufficient knowledge, or a lack of connection to the task's purpose. Procrastination also has roots in emotional regulation. Many people use procrastination as a way to avoid uncomfortable emotions associated with certain tasks, such as boredom, frustration, or self-doubt. By delaying the task, they temporarily avoid these feelings, even though this avoidance often leads to greater emotional stress later on. The inability to manage these emotions effectively creates a cycle of procrastination that becomes harder to break over time. The consequences of procrastination extend beyond the immediate stress of unfinished tasks. It can lead to diminished performance, strained relationships, and a negative impact on mental health. Chronic procrastination often results in a build-up of responsibilities, creating a sense of being overwhelmed that can affect all aspects of life. This accumulation of unfinished work erodes self-esteem, creating a belief that one is incapable of following through, which reinforces the behavior. Addressing procrastination requires a combination of strategies to tackle its underlying causes. Breaking tasks into smaller, actionable steps can make them feel less daunting and more manageable. Setting clear goals and deadlines provides structure and motivation, helping individuals prioritize their efforts. Eliminating distractions and creating a focused work environment minimizes the temptation to divert attention to less important activities. Building self-discipline and cultivating a sense of accountability can also play a critical role in overcoming procrastination. Understanding the emotional triggers behind procrastination is essential for long-term change. Developing mindfulness and self-awareness can help individuals recognize when they are using avoidance as a coping mechanism. Practicing self-compassion during moments of struggle fosters resilience and reduces the fear of failure. Rewarding progress, no matter how small, reinforces positive behavior and builds momentum toward completing larger tasks. Gradually, these practices can help replace the habit of procrastination with a mindset of proactive engagement and consistent action. A negative environment can significantly hinder personal growth, productivity, and overall well-being. This type of environment, whether it's at home, in the workplace, or within social circles, is characterized by constant criticism, lack of support, toxic interactions, and an absence of positivity. Being surrounded by negativity often creates a cycle of discouragement and self-doubt, making it challenging to focus on goals or maintain a healthy mindset. The environment we immerse ourselves in plays a crucial role in shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes in a toxic one can act as a barrier to success and fulfillment. In a negative environment, criticism often takes the form of destructive feedback rather than constructive guidance. Instead of offering solutions or encouragement, individuals in such settings may point out flaws or mistakes in a way that undermines confidence and morale. This constant negativity can create a fear of failure, as people begin to associate any attempt to grow or try something new with the risk of being ridiculed or judged. Over time, this can lead to a reluctance to take initiative or express creativity, as the fear of criticism outweighs the desire to succeed. Lack of support is another hallmark of a negative environment. In healthy settings, individuals feel encouraged and empowered by those around them. However, in a toxic environment, there is often little to no acknowledgement of efforts or achievements. This absence of positive reinforcement leaves individuals feeling isolated and unappreciated, making it difficult to stay motivated. Without a supportive network, it becomes challenging to navigate obstacles or celebrate successes, leading to feelings of stagnation and frustration. Toxic interactions, such as gossip, manipulation, or constant conflict, are prevalent in negative environments. These behaviors create an atmosphere of distrust and tension, where individuals may feel the need to constantly protect themselves from emotional harm. Such environments drain energy and focus, as the mental effort required to navigate these toxic dynamics takes precedence over personal or professional goals. The stress caused by toxic interactions can also lead to burnout, anxiety, and even physical health issues, further exacerbating the impact of the negative environment. The negativity in the workplace often manifests through micromanagement, unrealistic expectations, or a lack of recognition for hard work. In such environments, employees may feel undervalued and overburdened, leading to low morale and diminished productivity. This kind of workplace culture fosters resentment and disengagement, making it difficult for individuals to thrive. Instead of fostering collaboration and innovation, a negative work environment stifles creativity and encourages a survival mindset where individuals focus solely on avoiding mistakes rather than striving for excellence. At home, a negative environment can have profound effects on emotional well-being. Family dynamics that are marked by constant arguments, neglect, or lack of empathy can erode self-esteem and create feelings of inadequacy. These effects are particularly pronounced in children, who absorb and internalize the negativity around them, shaping their self-perception and future relationships. Even as adults, living in a toxic household can create a sense of being trapped, as the home no longer feels like a safe or nurturing space. Social circles that are dominated by negativity can also be detrimental. Friends who consistently bring others down, engage in toxic behaviors, or dismiss aspirations can inhibit growth and create self-doubt. Instead of inspiring one another to reach new heights, these relationships become a source of stress and insecurity. Over time, this can lead to withdrawing from opportunities or second-guessing decisions, as the influence of negative peers chips away at self-confidence. A negative environment affects mental and emotional health by fostering a constant state of stress and pessimism. This persistent negativity rewires the brain to focus more on threats and challenges, making it harder to see opportunities or solutions. Over time, this can lead to a fixed mindset, where individuals believe their circumstances are unchangeable and their efforts are futile. The longer one remains in a negative environment, the more deeply ingrained these limiting beliefs become, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of stagnation and dissatisfaction. Breaking free from the influence of a negative environment often requires significant effort and self-awareness. Recognizing the signs of toxicity is the first step toward change. It involves reflecting on how the environment impacts thoughts, emotions, and actions, and acknowledging the ways it may be holding back progress. Surrounding oneself with positive influences, whether through supportive relationships, inspiring content, or uplifting activities, can counteract the effects of negativity and create a more empowering atmosphere. Proactively setting boundaries is also crucial in mitigating the impact of a negative environment. This may mean limiting time spent with toxic individuals, disengaging from harmful conversations, or finding ways to create a personal space that feels safe and energizing. Small changes, such as focusing on gratitude, practicing mindfulness, or seeking out mentors who encourage growth, can help shift perspectives and create a buffer against negativity. As these positive changes take root, they begin to replace the harmful patterns perpetuated by the negative environment, paving the way for renewed confidence, motivation, and success. Lack of consistency is one of the most common barriers to achieving success, growth, and long-term fulfillment. Consistency is the bridge between goals and results, requiring sustained effort and discipline over time. When individuals fail to remain consistent, progress is often slow or non-existent, leaving them frustrated and disheartened. Despite having the talent, resources, or desire to succeed, a lack of consistency creates gaps in performance and prevents the accumulation of the small wins necessary to achieve larger goals. One of the key reasons people struggle with consistency is a lack of clear goals or priorities. When objectives are vague or undefined, it becomes difficult to establish a routine or commit to a course of action. Without a clear destination, motivation wanes and distractions take precedence. Individuals may start with enthusiasm, only to lose momentum as their focus shifts or their commitment falters. This cycle of starting and stopping creates a pattern of inconsistency that undermines progress and reinforces self-doubt. Another contributing factor is the desire for immediate results. In a world that values quick fixes and instant gratification, it can be challenging to remain patient and dedicated to long-term efforts. When results are not visible right away, individuals often become discouraged and abandon their efforts, assuming their actions are ineffective. This impatience disrupts the process of building momentum and achieving mastery, as consistent effort over time is essential for meaningful change. Distractions and competing priorities also play a significant role in disrupting consistency. The demands of modern life often pull individuals in multiple directions, making it difficult to maintain focus on a single goal. Balancing work, personal life, and other responsibilities requires intentional planning and discipline, yet many struggle to create a structure that supports their ambitions. Without a clear plan or schedule, tasks are often postponed, forgotten, or replaced by less important activities, resulting in inconsistency. Fear of failure is another obstacle to maintaining consistency. When people doubt their abilities or fear making mistakes, they may hesitate to take consistent action. This hesitation often leads to procrastination or avoidance, as the discomfort of potential failure outweighs the perceived benefits of perseverance. Over time, this fear creates a pattern of inconsistency where individuals start and stop efforts without fully committing to the process or giving themselves the chance to succeed. A lack of accountability can further exacerbate inconsistency. Without external or internal mechanisms to track progress and stay motivated, it becomes easier to abandon commitments. Accountability provides structure and reinforcement, reminding individuals of the importance of their efforts and the consequences of their choices. In the absence of such systems, it becomes easier to rationalize skipping tasks or giving up entirely, creating a cycle of inconsistency that is hard to break. Low energy levels and poor time management also contribute to inconsistent behavior. When individuals fail to prioritize their well-being, such as through proper sleep, nutrition, and exercise, their energy levels and mental focus suffer. This lack of physical and mental stamina makes it difficult to sustain consistent effort, especially in the face of challenges. Similarly, poor time management often leads to rushed or incomplete tasks, as individuals struggle to allocate sufficient time to their goals. Over time, these habits erode confidence and create barriers to achieving meaningful progress. The consequences of inconsistency extend far beyond missed goals or opportunities. It erodes self-confidence, as individuals begin to doubt their ability to follow through on commitments or achieve success. This self-doubt creates a negative feedback loop, making it even harder to stay consistent in the future. In professional settings, inconsistency can damage credibility and trust, as colleagues and clients expect reliability and dependability. In personal relationships, a lack of consistency can lead to misunderstandings, disappointment, and strained connections. Consistency is not about perfection, but about persistence. It requires the discipline to show up, even on days when motivation is low or obstacles arise. Small, repeated actions build habits that compound over time, creating the foundation for long-term success. While the journey may feel slow at times, the cumulative impact of consistent effort often exceeds expectations, yielding results that far outweigh initial struggles. By addressing the underlying causes of inconsistency, such as fear, distractions, or poor planning, individuals can create systems and habits that support sustained progress. Recognizing the value of consistency begins with shifting one's mindset. Viewing setbacks as part of the process rather than as failures helps individuals stay committed to their goals. Breaking larger goals into smaller, actionable steps creates a sense of achievement and builds momentum. Prioritizing tasks and eliminating distractions fosters focus and discipline, while seeking accountability through mentors, peers, or tracking tools reinforces commitment. Developing resilience and patience allows individuals to navigate the ups and downs of the journey without losing sight of their ultimate objectives. Through these efforts, consistency becomes not just a habit, but a way of life that paves the way for success and fulfillment. And so, my friends, as we reflect on the power of consistency, remember this: it's not about being perfect, it's about showing up day after day for yourself and your dreams. Small, steady actions will always outweigh grand but fleeting efforts. Break the cycle of starting and stopping and commit to the process, because that's where true growth and success live. Thank you for taking this journey with me today. Keep pushing forward, stay consistent, and watch how your life begins to transform. Goodbye, my friends, and until we meet again, stay determined and stay inspired.